The famous history of the life of King Henry VIII. The prologve. I come no more to make you laugh, things now, that bear a weighty and a serious brow. Sad, high and working, full of state and woe. Such noble scones as draw the eye to flow. We now present those that can pity here. May, if they think it well, let fall a tear. The subject will desero it, such as you. Their money out of hope they may believe you. May here find truth too, those that come to see. Only a show or two, and so agree. The play may pass, if they be still and willing. I'll undertake may see away their shilling. Richly in 2 short hours, only they that come to hear a merry, bawdy play. A noise of targets, or to see a fellow in a long motley coat, guarded with yellow, will be decided, for gentle hearers know, to rank our chosen truth with such a show, as fool and fight is beside forfeiting our own brains and the opinion that we bring. To make that onely true, we now intend. Will lo v's newer and v understanding friend. Therefore, for goodness sake, and as you are known, the first and happiest hearers of the town, be sad as we would make ye, think ye see the very persons of our noble story. As they were lewing, think you see them great, and followed with the general throng and sweat of 1,000 friends, then in a moment see how soon this mightiness meets misery. And if you can be merry then, I'll say, a man may weep upon his wedding day. Actus primus scona prima. Enter the Duke of Norfolk at one door, at the other the Duke of Buckingham and the Lord of Burgundy. Buckingham, good morrow and well met, how ha ye done? Since last we saw in France. Norf, I thank your grace. Healthful, and you are since a fresh admirer of what I saw there. Buck and Vienne timely ague stayed me a prisoner in my chamber when those sons of glory, those 2 lights of men, met in the vale of Andron, nor twixt Gines and Ard. I was then present, saw them salute on horsebacky, beheld them when they lighted, how they clung in their embracement as they grew together. Which had they? What forthron ones could ha wade? Such a compounded one. Buck all the whole time. I was my chamber's prisoner. Nor then you lost the view of earthly glory, men might say. Till this time pomp was single, but now married to one about itself, each following day became the next day's master till the last. Made former wonders its, today the French. All clinking all in gold, like heathen gods. Shone down the English, and tomorrow they made Britain, India, Uri man that stood. Showed like a mine, their dwarfish pages were. As cherubins all gilt, the madams too. Not vs to toil, did almost sweat to bear. The pride vpon them, that their very labor was to them as a painting, now this mask was cried incomparable, and th ensuing night made it a fool and beggar, the 2 kings. Equal in luster, were now best, now worst. As presents did present them, him in eye, still him in praise, and being present both. 'Twas said they saw but one, and no discerner durst wag his tongue in censure when these sons, for so they phrase 'em, by their heralds challenged, the noble spirits to arms they did perform. Beyond thoughts compass, that former fabulous story, being now seen, possible enough got credit. That Buies was believed. Buck, oh you go far. Nor, as I belong to worship and affect, in honor, honesty, the tract of Uri thing, would by a good discourser lose some life, which action's self was tongue to. Buck, all was royal. To the disposing of it not rebelled. Order got each thing view, the office did distinctly his full function, who did guide. I mean who set the body and the limbs of this great sport together. Nor, as you guess, one certes that promises no element in such a business. Buck, I pray you who, my lord? Nor, all this was ordered by the good discretion of the right reverend Cardinal of York. Buck, the de'll speed him, no man's pie is freed. From his ambitious finger, what had he to do in these fierce vanities, I wonder? That such a keech can with his very bulk take VP, the rays o'th beneficial sun, and keep it from the earth. Nor, surely, sir, there's in him stuff that puts him to these ends. For being not propped by ancestry, whose grace chalks successors their way, nor called vipon. For high feats done toth crown, neither allied to eminent assistance but spider-like. Out of his self-drawing web, OGU's versus note, the force of his own merit makes his way. A gift that Hohen Gius for him, which buys a place next to the king. Uber, I cannot tell what Hohen hath Giu in him, let some grower eye pierce into that, but I can see his pride peep through each part of him, whence has he that? If not from hell, the de'ul is a niggard. Or has Giu in all before, and he begins a new hell in himself. Buck, why the de'ul? Vipon this French going out, took he vipon him. Without the priuity o'th king, t appoint. Who should attend on him, he makes VP the file. Of all the gentry, for the most part such, to whom as great a charge as little honor. He meant to lay vipon, and his own letter. The honorable board of council, out. Must fetch him in, he papers. A burr I do know. Kinsmen of mine, 3 at the least that haw. By this so sicken their estates that newer they shall abound as formerly. Buck, o many ha broke their backs with laying manners on 'em. For this great your nigh, what did this vanity but minister communication of a most poor issue? Nor, grievingly I think, the peace between the French and V's, not Velos. The cost that did conclude it. Buck, Ewery man, after the hideous storm that followed was a thing inspired and not consulting broke into a general prophecy that this tempest, dashing the garment of this peace, aboded the sodding breach on't, nor which is budded out. For France hath flawed the league and hath attached our merchants' goods at Burdew. A burr is it therefore. Ambassador is silent. Nor merry ist. A burr, a proper title of a piece and purchased at a superfluous rate. Buck, why all this business? Our reverend Cardinal carried. Nor, like it your grace, the state takes notice of the preuate difference. Betwixt you and the Cardinal, I advise you, and take it from a heart that wishes towards you honor and plenteous safety that you read the Cardinal's malice and his potency, together to consider further that what his high hatred would effect wants not a minister in his power, you know his nature, that he's revengeful, and I know his sword hath a sharp edge, it's long, and may be said it reaches far, and where 'twill not extend, thither he darts it, bosom VP my counsel. You'll find it wholesome, lo, where comes that rock that I adduce your shunning. Enter Cardinal Wolsey, the purse borne before him, certain of 's the guard, and 2 secretaries with papers, the Cardinal in his passage fixeth his eye on Buckingham, and Buckingham on him, both full of disdain. Car, the Duke of Buckingham's surveyor, where's his examination? Secker, here so please you. Car, is he in person ready? Secker, I please your grace. Car, well, we shall then know more in Buckingham. Shall lessen this big look. Exeunt Cardinal and his train. Buck, this butcher's cur is venomed, mouthed, and I ha not the power to muzzle him, therefore best not wake him in his slumber, a beggar's book. Outworth's and noble's blood. Nor, what are you chaffed? Ask God for temperance, that's appliance only. Which your disease requires. Buck, I read in's looks. Matter against me, and his eye ruled. Me as his abict obict at this instant. He bores me with some trick, he's gone toth king. I'll follow and outstare him. Nor stay my lord. And let your reason with your collar question. What 'tis you go about, to climb steep hills. Requires slow pace at first, anger is like a full hot horse, who being allowed his way. Self-mettle tires him, not a man in England. Can advise me like you, be to yourself, as you would to your friend. Buck, I'll to the king. And from a mouth of honor, quite cry down. This Ipswich fellow's insolence, or proclaim. There's difference in no persons. Norf be a doist. Heat not a furnace for your foe so hot, that it do singe yourself, we may outrun. By violent swiftness that which we run at, and lose by our running, know you not. The fire that mounts the liquor tilt run o'er. In seeming to augment it wasts it, be a doist. I say again there is no English soul more stronger to direct you than yourself. If with the sap of reason you would quench, or but allay the fire of passion. Buck, sir, I am thankful to you, and I'll go along by your prescription, but this top proud fellow, whom from the flow of gall I name not, but from sincere motions, by intelligence, and proofs as clear as founts in Euli, when we see each grain of groil, I do know, to be corrupt and treasonous. Nor say not treasonous. Buck, to King I'll sate and make my vouches strong. As sure of rock attend this holy fox, or wolf or both, for he is equal rawness. As he is subtle and as prone to mischief, as able to perform his mind and place, infecting one another, yea reciprocally, only to show his pomp as well in France, as here at home, suggests the king our master. To this last costly treaty, enter you. That swallowed so much treasure, and like a glass, did break wrenching. Nor faith, and so it did. Buck, pray you me for, sir, this cunning cardinal. The articles oath combination drew. As himself pleased, and they were ratified. As he cried thus let be, to as much end. As Gu a crutch to dead, but our Count Cardinal has done this and tease well, for worthy Wolsey, who cannot err he did it, now this follows. Which, as I take it, is a kind of puppy. To old damn treason Charles the Emperor. Vien der pretence to see the Queen his aunt. For 'twas indeed his color, but he came to whisper Wolsey here makes visitation. His fears were that the interview betwixt England and France might through their amity breed him some prejudice, for from this leg peeped harms that men act him, prely deals with our cardinal, and as I trow, which I do well, for I am sure the emperor paid ere he promised, whereby his suit was granted. Ere it was asked, but when the way was made, and powed with gold, the emperor thus desired that he would please to alter the king's course, and break the foresaid peace, let the king know, as soon he shall by me, that thus the cardinal does buy and sell his honor as he pleases, and for his own advantage. Norf, I am sorry to hear this of him, and could wish he were something mistaken int. Buck no not a syllable. I do pronounce him in that very shape. He shall appear in proof. Enter Brandon, a sergeant at arms before him, and 2 or 3 of the guard. Brandon, your office sergeant, execute it. Sergeant, sir. My lord the Duke of Buckingham and Earl of Hertford, Stafford, and Northampton, I arrest thee of high treason in the name of our most sour rainy king. Bucks, lo you, my lord. The net has found thee vipon me, I shall perish. Vi endur duis and practice. Bran, I am sorry to see you ta'en from liberty to look on. The Busens present, tease his hind's pleasure. You shall to th tower. Buck, it will help me nothing to plead mine innocence, for that die is on me. Which makes my wits depart black, the will of Hone. Be done in this and all things, I obey. O my lord of Burgundy, fare you well. Bran, nay, he must bear you company, the king is pleased you shall to th tower, till you know how he determines further. Ober, as the duke said, the will of Hone be done, and the king's pleasure by me obeyed. Bran, here is a warrant from the king attach Lord Montacute and the bodies of the duke's confessor, Ion de la Carre. One Gilbert Peck, his counsellor. Buck so. These are the limbs oath plot, no more I hope. Bra a monk oath chartreux. Buck, O Michael Hopkins. Bra he. Buck, my surrier is false, the o'ergreat cardinal hath showed him gold, my life is spanned already. I am the shadow of poor Buckingham, whose figure Ewan this instant cloud puts on. By darkening my clear sun, my lord's farewell. AXC. Shana Secunda. Cornets, enter King Henry, leaning on the cardinal's shoulder, the nobles, and Sir Thomas Lowell. The cardinal places himself under the king's feet on his right side. King, my life itself and the best heart of it. Thanks you for this great care, I stood ith Lewell. Of a full-charged confederacy, and you thanks. To you that choked it, let be cowled before V's. That gentleman of Buckingham's, in person. I'll hear him his confessions stiffy. And point by point the treasons of his maester. He shall again relate. A noise within crying room for the queen, by the Duke of Norfolk, enter the Queen, Norfolk and Suffolk, she kneels. King riseth. From his state takes her VP, kisses and placeth her by him. Queen, nay, we must longer kneel, I am a suitor. King, arise and take place by versus, half your suit. Newer name to V's, you ha half our power. The other modi ere you ask is Genuine. Repeat your will and take it. Queen, thank your majesty. That you would low yourself and in that low. Not be considered low your honor, nor. The dignity of your office is the point of my petition. Can, lady mine, proceed. Queen, I am solicited not by a few, and those of true condition, that your subjects are in great grievance, there ha been commissions sent down among 'em which hath flawed the heart of all their loyalties, wherein although my good Lord Cardinal, they vent reproaches most bitterly on you, as putter on. Of these exactions, yet the king our maester, whose honor Hohen shield from soil, you and he escapes not. Language vn mannerly, yea, such which breaks the sides of loyalty, and almost appears in load rebellion. Norf not almost appears. It doth appear, for vpon these taxations, the clothiers all not able to maintain. The many to them longing, ha put off. The spinsters, carters, fullers, wooers who vn fit for other life, compelled by hunger and lack of other means, in desperate manner. Daring yunt to teeth are all in vipror. And danger serus among them. Kin taxation. Wherein and what taxation, my lord cardinal? You that are blamed for it alike with these. Know you of this taxation? Card, please you, sir. I know but of a single part in aught. Pertains to state, and front but in that file. Where others tell steps with me. Queens know, my lord. You know no more than others, but you frame things that are known alike, which are not wholesome. To those which would not know them, and yet must perforce be their acquaintance, these exactions, whereof my sour rainy would ha note, they are most pestilent to hearing, and to bear the baccy is sacrificed to load, they say. They are duised by you, or else you suffer. Too hard an exclamation. Kin, still exaction. The nature of it, in what kind let's know. Is this exaction? Queen, I am much too venturous. In tempting of your patience, but emboldened. Viender your promised pardon, the subject's grief. Comes through commissions, which compels from each the sixth part of his substance to be louied. Without delay, and the pretense for this is named your wars in France, this makes bold mouths. Tongues spit their duties out, and cold hearts freeze. Allegiance in them, their curses now. Lee you where their prayers did, and it's come to pass. This tractable obedience is a slaw. To each incensed will, I would your highness would gie you at quick consideration, for there is no primer baseness. Kin, by my life, this is against our pleasure. Card, and for me, I ha no further gone in this than by a single voice, and that not past me, but by learned approbation of the eoges, if I am traduced by ignorant tongues which neither know my faculties nor person, yet will be the chronicles of my doing, let me say. 'Tis but the fate of place and the rough break. That virtue must go through, we must not stint our necessary actions in the fear to cope malicious censurers which you are. As rawness fishes do a vessel follow. That is new trimmed, but benefit no further. Then vainly longing, what we oft do best. By sick interpreters, once weak ones is. Not ours or not allowed, what worst as oft. Hitting a grosser quality, is cried VP. For our best act, if we shall stand still. In fear our motion will be mocked, or carped at. We should take root here, where we sit. Or sit state statues onely. Kin, things done well. And with a care, exempt themselves from fear. Things done without example, in their issue, are to be feared, ha you a president. Of this commission, I believe you not any. We must not rend our subjects from our laws, and stick them in our will, sixth part of each. A trembling contribution, why we take from Uri tree, lop, bark, and pardoth timber. And though we low it with a root thus hacked, the air will drink the sap to Uri county. Where this is questioned, send our letters with free pardon to each man that has dented the force of this commission, pray look to't. I put it to your care. Card, a word with you. Let there be letters writ to Uri shire. Of the king's grace and pardon, the grieved commons. Hardly can see you of me, let it be noised. That through our intercession, this rukement and pardon comes, I shall anon adduise you. Further in the proceeding. Exit secret. Enter Sir. Queen, I am sorry that the Duke of Buckingham is run in your displeasure. Kin, it grieves many. The gentleman is learned, and a most rare speaker. To nature none more bound, his training such, that he may furnish and instruct great teachers. and newer seek for Ide out of himself, yet see. When these so noble benefits shall prow, not well disposed, the mind growing once corrupt, they turn to vicious forms, 10 times more vigli. Then you or they were fair, this man so complete, who was enrolled mongst wonders, and when we, almost with roish listening, could not find his hour of speech a minute, he, my lady, hath into monstrous habits put the graces that once were his, and is become as blacky, as if besmeared in hell. Sit by these you shall hear. This was his gentleman in trust of him. Things to strike honor sad, bid him recount the forecited practices whereof we cannot feel too little, hear too much. Card, stand forth, and with bold spirit relate what you most like a careful subject ha collected out of the Duke of Buckingham. Can speak freely. Sir, first it was visual with him, Uri day. It would infect his speech, that if the king should without issue die, he'll carry it so. To make the scepter his, these very words. You heard him teeter to his son-in-law, Lord of Burgundy, to whom by oath he menect. Ruinge vipon the cardinal. Card, please your highness note this dangerous conception in this point. Not friended by his wish to your high person. His will is most malignant, and it stretches beyond you to your friends. Queen, my learned Lord Cardinal, deli you are all with charity. Kin, speak on. How grounded he his title to the crown? Vipon our fail, to this point hast thou heard him. At any time speak aught. Sir, he was brought to this by a vain prophecy of Nicholas Henton. Kin, what was that Henton? Sir, a Chartreux friar. His confessor, who fed him Uri minute with words of sour rainty. Kin, how know'st thou this? Sir, not long before your highness sped to France, the duke being at the Rose within the parish, St. Lawrence Pulteney did of me demand what was the speech among the Londoners concerning the French your nigh. I replied, men fear the French would prow perfidious to the king's danger. Presently the duke said 'twas the fear indeed, and that he doubted 'twould prow the verity of certain words spoke by a holy monk that oft says he hath sent to me, wishing me to permit Ion de la Carre, my chaplain, a choice Harry, to hear from him a matter of some moment, whom after viender the commission's seal, he solemnly had sworn that what he spoke, my chaplain to no creature leewing, but to me should teeter with demure confidence. This pausingly and sud, neither the king nor's heirs. Tell you the duke shall prosper, bid him strew. To the low oath commonalty the duke shall govern England. Queen, if I know you well, you were the duke's surveyor and lost your office. On the complaint oath tenants take good heed. You charge not in your spleen a noble person, and spoil your nobler soul. I say take heed. Yes, heartily beseech you. Kin, let him on, go forward. Sir, on my soul I'll speak but truth. I told my lord the duke by Deal's allusions the monk might be deceived, and that 'twas dangerous for this to ruminate on this so far, until it forged him some design, which being believed it was much like to do, he answered tush. It can do me no damage, adding further that had the king in his last sickness failed, the cardinals and Sir Thomas Lowell's heads should ha gone off. Kin ha what so rank ha. There's mischief in this man, canst thou say further? Sir, I can my liege. Can proceed. Sir, being at Greenwich, after your highness had reproved the duke about Sir William Bloomer, Kin, I remember of such a time, being my sworn servant. The Duke retained him his, but on what hence? Sir, if quoth he, I for this had been committed. As to the Tower, I thought I would ha pled the part my father meant to act vipon. Th. Usurper Richard, who being at Salisbury, made suit to come in's presence, which if granted, as he made semblance of his duty, would ha put his knife into him. Kin, a giant traitor. Card, now madam, may his hinds lee you in freedom. And this man out of prison. Queen, God mend all. Kin, there's something more would out of thee, what says thee? Sir, after the Duke his father with the knife, he stretched him, and with one hand on his dagger, another spread on's breast, mounting his eyes. He did discharge a horrible oath, whose tenor was where he will viest, he would outgo his father by as much as a performance. Dues an irresolute purpose. Kin, there's his period. To sheath his knife in v's, he is attached. Call him to present trial, if he may. Find mercy in the law, tease his, if none. Let him not seek to v's, by day and night. He's traitor to th height. Exeunt. Scena tertia. LCH, is't possible the spells of France should eagle men into such strange mysteries. Elsan, new customs, though they be newer so ridiculous. Nay, let 'em be vien manly, yet are followed. LCH, as far as I see, all the good are English. Ha got by the late voyage is but merely a fit or two oath face, but they are shrewd ones. For when they hold 'em, you would swear directly their very noses had been counsellors. To Pepin or Clotharius they keep state so. Elsan, they ha all new legs. And lame ones, one would take it. That newer see 'em pace before the spawn. A spring halt reigned among 'em. LCH, death my lord. Their clothes are after such a pagan cut toot. That sure th ha worn out Christendom, how now? What news, Sir Thomas Lowell? Enter Sir Thomas Lowell. Lowell, faith my lord. I hear of none but the new proclamation. That's clapped vipon the court gate. El Cam, what is't for? Lou, the reformation of our trawled gallants. That fill the court with quarrels, talk, and tailors. El Cam, I'm glad 'tis there. Now I would pray our messieurs to think an English courtier may be wise, and newer see the lawyer. Lou, they must either. For so run the conditions, lo those remnants of fool and feather that they got in France, with all their honorable points of ignorance, pertaining thereunto, as fights and fireworks, abusing better men than they can be. Out of a forney wisdom, renouncing clean the faith they haw in tennis and tall stockings, short-blisted breeches, and those types of trial. And we understand again like honest men. Or pack to their old playfellows, there I take it. They may come prelualgio, weed away the lag end of their lewdness, and be laughed at. Elsan, 'tis time to geum physic their diseases. Are grown so catching. El Cam, what a loss our ladies will ha of these trim vanities. Lowell, I marry. There will be woe indeed, lords, the sly horsens. Ha got a speeding trick to lay down ladies. A French song and a fiddle has no fellow. El San, the deal fiddle. I am glad they are going. For sure there's no conwerting of 'em, now. An honest country lord as I am, beat a long time out of play, may bring his plain song. And ha an hour of hearing, and buyer lady. Held current music too. El Cam, well said Lord Sands. Your colt's tooth is not cast yet. El San, no my lord. Nor shall not well I ho a stump. Cam, Sir Thomas. Whither were you a-going? Lou, to the cardinal's. Your lordship is a guest too. Cam, oh, 'tis true. This night he makes a supper, and a great one. To many lords and ladies there will be. The beauty of this kingdom, I'll assure you. Lou, that churchman, bears a bounteous mind indeed. A hand as fruitful as the land that feeds bees. His dews fall ewery where. Cam, no doubt he's noble. He had a blacky mouth that said other of him. Sand he may, my lord. Cause wherewithal in him. Sparing would show a worse sin than ill doctrine. Men of his way should be most liberal. They are set here for examples. Cam, true they are so. But few now you so great ones. My barge stays. Your lordship shall along, come, good Sir Thomas. We shall be late else, which I would not be. For I was spoke to, with Sir Henry Guilford. This night to be controllers. San, I am your lordship's. Exeunt. Shana quarta. Hobbies, a small table viender estate for the cardinal, a longer table for the guests. Then enter Anne Boleyn, and Dewars other ladies and gentlemen, as guests at one door. At another door enter Sir Henry Guilford. Hen Gilf, ladies. A general welcome from his grace. Salutes ye all, this night he dedicates. To fair content, and you, none here he hopes. In all this noble beauty has brought with her. One care abroad, he would ha all is merry. As first, good company, good wine, good welcome. Can make good people. Enter Chamberlain Sands and Lowell. O my lord, ye're tardy. The very thought of this fair company clapped wings to me. Cam, you are young Sir Harry Guilford. Sir Thomas Lowell had the cardinal. But half my lay thoughts in him, some of these, should find a running banquet ere they rested. I think would better please 'em, by my life. They are a sweet society of fair ones. Lou, oh that your lordship were but now confessor to one or two of these. I would I were. They should find easy penance. Lou, faith how easy. As easy as a down bed would afford it. Cam, sweet ladies, will it please you sit, Sir Harry? Place you that side, I'll take the charge of this. His grace is entering, nay, you must not freeze. Two women placked together makes cold weather. My lord Sands, you are one will keep 'em waking. Pray sit between these ladies. By my faith. And thank your lordship, by your low sweet ladies. If I chance to talk a little wilda, forge you me. I's had it from my father. And bull, was he mad, sir? Oh very mad, exceeding mad and low too. But he would bite none, east as I do now. He would kiss you 20 with a breath. Cam, well said my lord. So now ye're fairly seated, gentlemen. The penance lies on you, if these fair ladies pass away frowning. For my little cure. Let me alone. Ha boys, enter Cardinal Wolsey and takes his state. Ye're welcome my fair guests, that noble lady. Or gentleman that is not freely merry. Is not my friend, this to confirm my welcome. And to you, all good health. Your grace is noble. Let me ha such a bowl may hold my thanks. And saw me so much talking. My lord Sands. I am beholding to you, cheer your neighbors. Ladies, you are not merry, gentlemen. Whose fault is this? The red wine first must rise. In their fair cheeks, my lord, then we shall ha 'em. Talk verses to silence. And be you are a merry gamster. My lord Sands. Yes, if I make my play. Here's to your ladyship, and pledge it, madam. For 'tis to such a thing. N.B. you cannot show me. Drum and trumpet, chambers discharged. San, I told your grace they would talk anon. Card, what's that? Cam, look out there, some of ye. Card, what warlike voice? And to what end is this? Nay, ladies, fear not. By all the laws of war ye're privileged. Enter a Saruant. Cam, how now what is't? Saru, a noble troop of strangers. For so they seem, ha left their barge and landed. And hither make, as great ambassadors. From foreigny princes. Card, good Lord Chamberlain. Go geum welcome, you can speak the French tongue. And pray receive nobly, and conduct into our presence, where this hoen of beauty shall shine at full vipon them, some attend him. All rise and tables removed. You ha now a broken banquet, but we'll mend it. A good digestion to you all, and once more. I show her a welcome on ye, welcome all. Ha boys, enter king and others as maskers, habited like shepherds, by the Lord Chamberlain. They pass directly before the cardinal and gracefully salute him. A noble company, what are their pleasures? Cam, because they speak no English, thus they prayed. To tell your grace, that hoeing heard by fame. Of this so noble and so fair assembly. This night to meet here, they could do no less. Out of the great respect they bear to beauty. But lo their flocks, and vi endure your fair conduct. Crawl low to view these ladies, and entreat an hour of rules with them. Card, say Lord Chamberlain. They ha done my poor house grace, for which I pay 1,000 thanks. And pray take their pleasures. Choose ladies, king and Anne Boleyn. King, the fairest hand I ewer touched, O beauty. Till now I newer knew thee. Music dance. Card, my lord. Cam, your grace. Card, pray tell thus much from me. There should be one amongst by his person. More worthy this place than myself, to whom, if I but knew him, with my law and duty, I would surrender it. Whisper. Cam, I will, my lord. Card, what say they? Cam, such a one they all confess. There is indeed which they would haw your grace. Find out, and he will take it. Card, let me see then. By all your good laws, gentlemen, here I'll make my royal choice. Kin, ye ha found him cardinal. You hold a fair assembly, you do well, lord. You are a churchman, or I'll tell you cardinal. I should eudge now be unhappily. Card, I am glad. Your grace is grown so pleasant. Kin, my lord Chamberlain. Prithee come hither, what fair lady's that? Cam, an't please your grace. Sir Thomas Bullen's daughter, the Viscount Rochford. One of her highness women. Kin, by hoen she is a dainty one, sweetheart. I were VN mannerly to take you out. And not to kiss you, a health gentleman. Let it go round. Card, Sir Thomas Lowell, is the banquet ready? I'th pray chamber. Lou, yes, my lord. Card, your grace. I fear, with dancing, is a little heated. Kin, I fear too much. Card, there's fresher air, my lord. In the next chamber. Kin, lead in your lady's Uri one, sweet partner. I must not yet forsake you, let's be merry. Good my lord cardinal, I ha half a dozen healths. To drink to these fair ladies, and a measure. To lead 'em once again, and then let's dream. Who's best in four, let the music knock it. Exeunt with trumpets. Actus secundus, scena prima. Enter two gentlemen at Surall doors. Yoon to the hall, to hear what shall become. Of the great Duke of Buckingham, I'll saw you that labour, sir. All's now done but the ceremony of bringing back ye the prisoner. And condemned v. Pont came to the bar, where to his accusations he pleaded still not guilty, and alleged many sharp reasons to defeat the law. The king's attorney, on the contrary, argued on the examinations, proofs, confessions of Dewar's witnesses, which the duke desired. To him brought viua voce to his face, at which appeared against him his surveyor, Sir Gilbert Peck his chancellor, and Ion Carr, confessor to him, with that deal monk Hopkins that made this mischief, that fed him with his prophecies. All these accused him strongly, which he fain would ha flung from him, but indeed he could not. And so his peers vpon this evidence ha found him guilty of high treason, much he spoke and learnedly for life, but all was either pitted in him or forgotten. The cardinal is the end of this. By all conjectures, first Kildare's attender, then deputy of Ireland, who removed Earl Surrey was sent thither, and in haste too, least he should help his father. Buck, all good people, you that thus far ha come to pity me, hear what I say, and then go home and lose me. I ha this day received a traitor's judgment, and by that name must die, yet hoen bear witness. And if I ha a conscience, let it sink me. Ewan as the axe falls, if I be not faithful. The law I bear no malice for my death. T has done vpon the premises, but eustis. But those that sought it, I could wish more Christians. Be what they will, I heartily forge you 'em. Yet let 'em look they glory not in mischief, nor build their ewels on the graws of great men. For then, my guiltless blood must cry against 'em. For further life in this world, I near hope. Nor will I sue, although the king ha mercies. More than I dare make faults. You few that lewd me, and dare be bold to weep for Buckingham. His noble friends and fellows, whom to low is only bitter to him, only dying. Go with me like good angels to my end. And as the long deworse of steel fowls on me, make of your prayers one sweet sacrifice, and lift my soul to Hoen. Lead on a God's name. Lowell, I do beseech your grace for charity. If you were any malice in your heart, were hid against me, now to forge you me frankly. Buck, Sir Thomas Lowell, I as free forge you. As I would be forge you'n, I forge you all. There cannot be those numberless offenses gainst me that I cannot take peace with. No blackie and I shall make my graw. Commend me to his grace. And if he speak of Buckingham, pray tell him, you met him half in Hoen, my vows and prayers. Yet are the king's, until my soul forsake. Shall cry for blessings on him, may he live longer than I ha time to tell his years. You are belued and lowing, may his rule be. And when old time shall lead him to his end, goodness and he fill VP one monument. Lou, to TH, Waterside I must conduct your grace. Then Giu my charge VP to Sir Nicholas Vaux, who undertakes you to your end. Vaux, prepare there. The Duke is coming, see the barge be ready, and fit it with such furniture as suites the greatness of his person. Buck, nay, Sir Nicholas, let it alone, my state now will but mock me. When I came hither, I was Lord High Constable, and Duke of Buckingham, now poor Edward Bohun. Yet I am richer than my base accusers. That newer knew what truth meant, I now seal it. And with that bloud will make 'em one day grown fort. My noble father Henry of Buckingham, who first raised head against usurping Richard, flying for succor to his servant Bannister, being distressed, was by that wretch betrayed, and without trial fell, God's peace be with him. Henry the VIII succeeding, truly pitying. My father's loss, like a most royal prince, restored me to my honors, and out of ruins, made my name once more noble, now his son. Henry VIII, life, honor, name, and all. That made me happy, at one stroke cause taken. For you were from the world, I had my trial, and must needs say a noble one, which makes me a little happier than my wretched father. Yet thus far we are one in fortunes, both. Fell by our servants, by those men we lewd most. A most vn natural and faithless serwis. Cohen has an end in all, yet do that hear me. This from a dying man receive you as certain. Where you are liberal of your laws and counsels. Be sure you be not loose, for those you make friends. And you your hearts too, when they once pursue you. The least rub in your fortunes, fall away. Like water from ye, newer found agin. But where they mean to sink ye, all good people. Pray for me, I must now forsake ye, the last hour of my long weary life is come upon me. Farewell, and when you would say something that is sad, speak how I fell. I ha done, and God forge you me. Exeunt duke and train. Tease full of woe, yet I can giu you inkling of an ensuing uil if it fall. Greater than this. What may it be, you do not doubt my faith, sir. A strong faith to conceal it. I do not talk much. You shall, sir, did you not of late days hear a buzzing of a separation between the king and Catherine? For when the king once heard it, out of anger, he sent command to the Lord Mayor straight to stop the rumor and allay those tongues that durst disperse it. Is found a truth now, for it grows agent. Fresher than ere it was, and held for certain. The king will venture at it, either the cardinal, or some about him near, ha out of malice. To the good queen, possessed him with a scruple. That will do her, to confirm this too. Cardinal Campus is a rude and lately. As all think for this busines.